One of the recurring problems we've had with this vehicle ever since it came back from the coach builders is reliability of the fuel supply. Coach builders replaced the mechanical fuel pump from the 1960s with an electric one, and we've never been really satisfied with its performance. So we're trying to get this working again. It has been refurbished, a new diaphragm has been put in, and now it's just a question of putting it back in, sorting out the pipe work and seeing if it works, and hopefully the thing will run a little bit better.
Well, here we are, the wonderful bag we've purchased to look after MCR21. Now that winter's coming, we thought it was necessary, and it'll keep the rain off and the sunshine off and all the leaves. You've no idea how tiresome leaves are. They get in the roof in between the wooden planks. But the bag will protect it. It's the best we can do before we find a proper inside home where it can be in the warm and dry and we can work on it. Now we've finished talking about this. We're going to go inside and have a look at the engine. We've been working on the engine area. Well, creak. Here we are inside the cab of MCR21, and I'm holding here the fuel pipe, which we've had to extend. We've welded a bit on there so that it will reach the newly replaced fuel pump. I'll show you that as I get closer. Park that there. Headroom not very good. Engine down there. The engine's a big lump, so we'll have a look at that now. I'm just going to bend down on my knees if you'll excuse me. So where to start? Well, this is the air filter, and underneath there is the carburettor, and we've put the cloth over it to prevent bits falling inside. The spark plugs are underneath there, the rocker box cover, the distributor, starter motor, battery. This arrangement here is a relay box for the gear lever, and that rod there goes back to the gearbox, as the gearbox is underneath the technical zone 1 area. Here is the fuel pump, which we're in the process of replacing. The pipe I was holding earlier connects here and threads underneath there, out here, along there and onto the carburettor. And it's that curious shape, especially with this bend. It has to be threaded through in a most awkward manner. Oh, well, as you see, it's an inclined engine, 6 cylinders, 4.75 litres. It's petrol. It likes petrol. No, it really likes petrol. It's adequately powerful when it's working properly, and it'll bowl along on the flat at 40 miles an hour quite happily, sucking heavily at the petrol tank. Here's the dashboard. It's not original. We rebuilt it 30 years ago. The instruments are original. The oil pressure is an addition, as is the voltmeter there. And the switches here are what you'd expect, the windscreen wiper and the washer and the light switches and things like that. One interesting feature that you don't really see now is this switch. When you press it, the function changes of this gauge here, and instead of reading the fuel tank level, it reads the level of the oil in the sump. An interesting feature which you just don't see nowadays. You may be wondering why it's a petrol engine, and the reason is that the engine, a petrol engine, is smoother in operation. A diesel engine of the period was quite a nasty vibratory thing, and everything would be buzzing when the engine was a tick over. There'd be vibrations everywhere. and this did the electronics of the period no good at all. The valves were really quite delicate and the wiring, so the petrol engine, even with its poorer fuel consumption, was a better choice. Yes. Incidentally, as a point of interest, the petrol engine was also chosen by fire brigades, and this basic chassis formed a fire engine chassis as well as an OB van, and it enabled the fire brigade to be up and off quicker when they really needed to go. They needed to go now. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. It's one of many that we've made, and we appreciate your viewing and look forward to having your support by hitting the like and subscribe buttons. You can also press the comments button and join in the conversation there as well. Thank you.